free or it's weed in the bag. Got the best in the game, you proceed with the love.
Come and vibe with a nigga from the East Coast. Ride with a nigga from the East Coast. Nothing but real niggas on the East.
Skoodwidit! This is Post-Production Savage, and about a month ago, maybe about 2 months ago now, my good friend, one of my favorite rappers, J.1.DA, released his project, Channel 1, and he had a album release party. Of course, we was all trying to social distance as much as we can, but I decided that I wanted to come through and record everything and ask him some questions about the album and do my first listen in front of him. And I was just gonna do a reaction to the actual album, but I figured that this would be a lot more interesting. So yeah, this is how it went. Skoodwidit, it's your boy SAMAD Savage. I've never done this before. I was planning on doing a reaction to this album, and he invited me to come to his album release party, which is kind of like ironic because how you going to do the first listen and still go to the party? So I said, screw it, let's just do the first listen here. So let's just see how far this goes. And you can't smoke on here, bro. No, I'm fucking with you. All right, so first of all, this is J.1.DA. The album is Channel 1, which you can see in the title already. Is there anything you want to say to start this off?
I made this album for anybody that has any emotional or mental health issues. This album is for everybody, but it was mainly for that specific reason, because I went through a lot of that stuff. We need to really focus on mental health in the black community, and I heard you talk about that a lot in some of your interviews. I had trouble having control of my emotions, and if I don't have control of my emotions, I don't control the narrative, and I give somebody else control. So I wrote a story about that. That's what Channel 1 was about, flipping through channels and phases through my life. As I'm flipping through all these channels, I'm heading to my higher self. I made this for me, but I also made it for you, and I hope you really love it.
That was absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna just say something that I know real quick. Fun fact, this TV that we're right next to is a TV that has been through many, many years in J.1.DA's home. This is, by the way, his mother's house, the house that he partially grew up in. I don't know, I think that's dope, but we're gonna get straight into the album. Yo, this is the best album I ever heard.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Now I was gone for a while, now I'm back. Here comes a hero. Time to wake them up, cause they sleep as Robert De Niro. While I'm here, I need them zeros. I pay like Miro just to inspire you. Now the world can admire you. I got the. I'm great, it ain't no way around it. I'm showing up to everyone who doubted. That's real shit.
What a hell of a way to begin it. You know, you kind of like touched on a lot of things that I think you're going to touch on throughout the album.
I don't know if anybody listened to the Chronic album. He has channels switching throughout the songs. Dr. Dre, that was the inspiration from that. I listened to a lot of Dre, Eminem, a lot of SAMAD Savage, Charlie B, Coi Leray, a lot of underground Jersey artists. Like when it came to hooks and how I project my voice, I was listening to different artists. I was listening to Aaliyah, Missy, anybody that I could listen to, even Billy Preston. Here's commercial breaks.
Adding happiness to my checklist. My heart is big, but my pen is reckless. That's why your favorite rapper turned up headless. Make sure I'm mentally working out while you busy fronting on the gram flexing. Just took a L, I hope you learned your lesson. Damn. Going through a lot, but I don't say shit. Fighting with these demons I've been facing. Devil trying hard, but he can't break me. Fighting with these demons I've been facing. If I put the pen down, who the fuck they gon' listen to? Niggas tried to climb me saying rap was never it for you. Step aside, if you in the way with nigga you can die. I'm the type to turn into what you afraid of like I'm Pennywise. I don't trust nobody, so I never ran with many guys. Only clutching queasy when you see us, don't you act surprised. I act like we was cool, you a fool, ain't no family ties. Stressing, so I wrote this down and spit this shit that's on my mind.
That was absolutely dope, bro. There's no better word than dope for me, because like I feel like that's just so hip-hop of a thing to say. It's so hip-hop of a word, you know what I'm saying? And that song, it felt hip-hop, but it felt new still. I'm the type to turn into what you're scared to, no Pennywise. That's a fire bar.
Niggas tried to clown me saying rap was never it for you. Step aside, if you in the way, well nigga you can die. I'm the type to turn into what you're afraid of like I'm Pennywise.
I didn't know it was that deep. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, that was my favorite bar.
Saying rap was never it for you, man.
That's just fucking unbelievable, man. Once again, I've said it on many platforms, and I'm gonna say it again. To me, one of the greatest rappers, definitely pushes himself in a way where you think you understand the bar immediately. And I listen to fucking Eminem, Lupe Fiasco, Royce the 5'9", and still every once in a while he'll have a bar that I'm like, oh snap, like I just now got that. Yes, once again, one of the best artists, not only in Jersey, but one of the best artists in the world.
The third track is called Whip, Work in Progress. It's featuring my niece. She's on the beginning of it. I'm gonna just let y'all listen to the track, and then I'm gonna explain it more to y'all.
Wake up, fool.
Yeah. All right. Look. I told you I love you and that's forever. That feeling will never change. Girl, you made me better in so many different ways. And plus you came with some perks that'll take away all my pain. When I'm in it, you got me high. Been feeling like Eddie Kane. Girl, I'm being honest. You my queen and I'ma choose you. No, I don't wanna lose you. I put my pride aside and made some changes just to show you that it's true. No, I don't wanna lose you. Damn, it's crazy cause she got me open. Like that first day out of quarantine. But I let her slip through my fingers. Thought she would never leave. Now she serving justice, her lyrics poetic, shorty mean. Thought I would get lucky, I felt like Pac in that movie scene. At times we gotta let go, it's killing us. Even if it's killing us to let go, gotta put it to rest though.
Alright, so 100%, like I was already like liking the album already, but like
I'm really loving
that's my favorite track so far. Like you could just tell the message of the song, and it's just really like opening up who you are and opening up your diary. And it's just something that like I feel like somebody can relate to. I actually know somebody recently who reached out to me on some advice that had to do with what you were talking about in this song, and I don't want to disclose their information or anything like that, but I say that to say this is the kind of music that may be able to help somebody with those feelings. Some people are afraid to tell somebody like, I don't want to lose you. Some people are a little too egotistical or too prideful to feel like they can't tell somebody that. So you saying it on the track is going to make it easier for the next person. First of all, that was your niece at the beginning of the track. Munam saying, wake up, fool. Now, is there a reason that you chose that phrase for her?
I was sitting upstairs in my attic, and I was like, yo, I want to deliver a message. When it comes to the relationship between you and a woman, wipe your face.
You got it. I got it.
Yeah, you got it. Originally, she sent me a message in the morning, the female I was talking about. She was like, wake up, fool. But it was like, I had got jumped somewhere in North, and my phone got fucked up. I couldn't get all my data back, so I had lost that audio. I was going to get somebody else to say it, but it wouldn't feel right. But my niece, she's like 40 years old in a 4-year-old body. Like, she has so much energy. She's so bright. She knows what she's doing. I could tell that she's going to be an artist in some kind of way. Whether it's music, whether it's painting something, whether it's dancing, whatever it is, she's gonna inspire people.
She's a creator.
Like, she understands energy. She may not understand everything that you're saying, but she could feel your energy. Like, oh, this person's serious, or this person doesn't like me. If it was anybody that I wanted to deliver that message in the beginning, it would be her. So I put her in the beginning of it. I wanted to talk about how I'm working to be a better person, especially in a relationship, because I may not have like the best relationship with my moms and stuff like that. And you know, like, the relationship with your mom might determine the relationship you're gonna have with your significant other. I don't know how you feel about that. Some people might disagree.
No, I was definitely gonna say I totally agree. I think that's like some advice that most women get in general when it comes to searching for a significant other. They say, you know, that women mostly look for somebody like that's like their father, and the way that they know a woman would treat them good is determined on how they treat their own mother or their own sister, or just how they treat, you know, women family members. I definitely agree with that. I think that's really deep. I got into like a real deep conversation.
Real quick, I just want to say I'm proud of y'all and I'm happy with y'all doing, man. And the game definitely needs y'all. And I want y'all to know that LA Sunshine from the legendary group, the Treacherous 3, is checking y'all out right now. You know what
Legends
I'm saying?
is in the building.
Pay attention to what the girl is saying in the skit.
Okay, let me get back to conversation. I'm curious, a little delirious, trying to figure out exactly what's your intention, what's your mind. Are you patient or are you blind? Yo, you so lit, yo.
She asked me to come over and we chilled. Instead of her asking me directly, like, what do you want from me? Like, why are you here? She was testing me. She let me into her space. That's an important thing. Like, if she let you into her space, like her room, her home, then you might think that you went, but she was playing that trick.
Yeah. I'm rolling the dice, hope the outcome is nice. You might crap, that's what happens, you play with your life. You can win with your hand if you playing it right. Niggas sell they soul to get the bread, still comes with a price. Heard they tried to beast it, I'm spitting these facts on. What the fuck is going on?
You can keep it going, I'm gonna just edit it.
Happy birthday!
Felicia George, everybody.
Felicia George, everybody make some noise.
I love you.
Woo! Second verse is 75,000.
In here, since we being honest, let's keep it real in here. A lot of you artists wouldn't be shit without your engineer. Know how to hustle, get them checks like Nike. That's a simple line. If you narrow-minded, I remove the heads of all you rappers. Now they never mind it. Bury them somewhere that you would never find them. Always speak the truth, you telling lies, so you always blinded. Yeah. They can't hold me, I shake them off. Everybody tuning, they know that I'm going off. Had to learn the game now, move around like a boss. They can't hold me, had to shake them off. Yeah. They can't hold me, I shake them off. Everybody tuning, they know that I'm going off. Had to learn the game now, move around like a boss. They can't hold me, had to shake them off. Who said that they wanted WOAH?
Yo, that was a banger. First of all, as I said, I already liked the first track. Then the second track, I'm like, all right, here we go. And then the third track, I'm like, all right, this is like, all right, this is the J.1.DA that I rock with, the showing, talking about what's going on in his life, you know, being introspective and whatnot. And then we go into the banger. You know what I'm saying? Like, that right there is a banger. And what I love about J.1.DA bangers, pause. Yours sounds different from everybody else's. If a rapper go in the studio today and be like, yo, I want like a banger right now, bro, I'm like trying to make like something crazy. The first thing that the producer gonna do is try to make some like UK drill, Lil Baby type beat, or type beats in general, you know what I'm saying? You can't look up J.1.DA type beats on YouTube because this nigga be going to fucking Mars to get his beats personally made by Elon Musk. And with that being said, who made that beat?
Beast the God.
That was fire.
He's from Boston, Massachusetts.
The mean streets of Boston. And that shit was funky like an ass crack.
Yo, it's so crazy, that line right there. I was like, I don't know if I should say this. If somebody reads my lyrics, they're gonna read it a different way. This beat is real funky like an ass crack. Like, it's not. They're gonna read it a different way. I'm like, yo, I had to take that risk with that line. I want people to have that conversation like, is this line? I want to see what people gotta say. That a lot of you artists wouldn't be shit without your engineers.
Facts.
That's facts.
And I'm an engineer.
All the artists that hear that shit, they gonna be like, damn.
I mean, I wouldn't be shit without myself then. So.
Nah, that's facts.
Plus, Cheese is fire. So.
You know Cheese fire, Salute fire, SAMAD Savage is fire. I don't even know if somebody told me about that guy, but you know. So this song is called Amazing, featuring Felicia George.
Cut that out in the video.
For real, like, I'm not even playing with you. I don't even like
I'm
it.
so ugly. What?
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. You are so pretty. When you look at yourself, you supposed to say, I'm so pretty. You are so pretty. Do you hear me? You got the prettiest little dimples. You are too cute. Oh.
Time, gotta get away. Need a change now, so I couldn't wait. Moving too fast, so I need a break. It'll be alright, gotta have faith. Shit's getting hard, thought I'd never make it. I was having dark times, only on occasion. Mama said you good, baby, you the greatest. I ain't never have a doubt, legend in the making. It's widespread love, and I know that you got it, girl. You a star, you a queen, so be proud, cause that's who you are. I don't care what they say, you can make it fall. A lot of hate in this world, everybody lost. Everything that you feel, it can start at home. Every soul that sees beauty may walk alone, but I'm with you, our lifetime ain't set in stone. It don't matter, I got you, I need you to. Don't you worry about a thing, you're amazing. Don't worry about a thing, you're amazing. Don't you worry about a thing, just remember that I got you. Baby, just remember that I got you. You ain't gotta worry, cause I got you. You ain't gotta worry, cause I got you.
The hell from the motherland, no wonder they couldn't understand. Blackberry like a southern jam. I'm so black I get a sun of 10. Whoa, I needed a moment to hone in on all of this melanin glow now. But they ain't know before, but they know now. Cause the queen with a dream making goals now. With the blacker the berry, the sweeter the truth. I found myself in the booth. I used to look at the people and seek to impress. When I ain't have nothing to prove, I used to sit in the back of the group, attacking a latch in the roof. I take my people up with me, ain't nothing to lose. No stopping the way I maneuver. Black is amazing.
I just want to let you know I appreciate it. And I remember you talking to me about that. You said you reached out to the actual woman who was speaking to her child in that video and asked her for clearance on that, and she allowed you and she appreciated it. Did you get to share the whole song with her?
I sent the song to her. She never got back to me, but she definitely read the message and gave me a response. I don't know, like maybe she read the message and just was like, yo, I'm gonna just go off of this. In my verse, I was talking to my niece. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it feels like to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what they go through. Like, we both, men and women, go through their own struggles. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I laid this down so when she's old enough to understand what I'm talking about, she'll get what I'm saying. And it's fire. Felicia George is fire.
When do you think Felicia George is gonna stop, slaughtering niggas on their tracks, you know what I'm saying?
Word, yeah.
And that's no disrespect to you. I'm just saying the last feature or only feature I got from her, I was like, yo, I just need like a dope 16 about this topic. Like literally a couple of my own fans came out to me like, yo, you usually body everybody, bro, but this time it didn't hurt my ego at all because I thought, what an amazing person to lose to. She absolutely bodies everything she gets on. Shout out to her for being one of the hardest working MCs that I see out here. Another like great Jersey MC. This track is absolutely amazing. I feel like you should send this to like ISABELLA, see if you can get it on Insecure. I feel like you should send it to mad BET networks. I just feel like there's mad black women specifically that need to hear that message. You know what I'm saying? And especially to hear from a black man, don't worry, like I got you. There's not enough black men that's telling our black sisters that we got them and we're going to be out there and we're going to try to protect them. I appreciate you for doing that in a time when it's not so popular and taking the lead and letting your fans, know that we need to let our queens know that. So, yeah, let's get to the next track.
SAMAD Savage, everybody. Everybody needs some voices. That was good. I like that.
Made me feel some type of way.
I've been laying low, ain't no more stressing. Soon as I go missing, everybody's asking questions. Really wanna know this shit I go through, right? I'm growing while they pray on my demise, yeah. Was born a winner, honestly, it's hard for me to lose. You a fool if you think I'm not the greatest. He's a jewel, you's a character. You funny niggas need to get in tune. Now these shorty over there, she remind me of Oshun. Live spiritually and match my energy, how can we lose? Lyrically, you can't compare to me, you'll get removed. Me, hey, you want a verse, you gotta pay me. I fuck with a rock star, you can get clipped, fucking with ladies. They told me I was hip hop, I knew that shit from the door. I left to give y'all some classics and came back to give you more.
So that was just laying low, which, J.1.DA got to do him on clear because he's a superstar now. You know what I'm saying? He dropped Channel 1 and shit changed ever since. I'm sure wherever you go, people definitely recognize you. There's no way you can honestly live in Essex, New Jersey and not know who J.1.DA is. In my opinion, it's not just because I know you, but I've seen you everywhere that all of my favorite Jersey artists are. I've seen you with Blaze. I've seen you with Drok. I've seen you with Felicia George. I've seen you around Euphony, Stan. Like, if you know any of us, you know J.1.DA. That's all I'm saying. So this is a local superstar. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something real quick?
No.
I'm gonna edit that.
Nah, don't. Leave it in there.
Hey, yo.
Show everybody how much we're asking you. Alright,
So let's get right into the next track.
I'm real picky with my time. I must protect my energy, you niggas out of line. Some things broke my heart, but it fixed my vision. I'm noticing you take me for a joke, and that's a sign. I should play along, laugh, and let you think it's fine. To see how far you go to make it worse because you're blind. You see my other side, and then you'll think a second time. The bitch will jump right out of you, I see it in your eyes. You pass with your tongue, you'll get whatever's going out, and that's a promise. Karma is a bitch, you'll wish you you never met like Carl Thomas. Listen to the story, nigga, it's a lot behind it. I'm the only one to restore the feeling, I'm being honest. I know better, will I?
Wait, I'm gonna just pause.
Run that back now.
I'm gonna just pause it. I got time.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear J.1.DA. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Y'all want me to freestyle over there?
Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
Damn.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Make some noise. Make some noise.
One more time. One more time. You want me to start deep?
Only Jersey know about that. Only Jersey know about that.
I'm sexy walking in the seat.
Happy birthday, J.1.DA.
25.
Y'all was supposed to be quiet while I was blowing out the candles. No, you wasn't. It was still. I love you. Alright, we about to go to the next one.
Alright.
We just had a commercial break.
You want some cake? Hey yo!
You knew what you
Am I alone?
said it. You know when you said it.
First of all, the best rapper just walked in the building, so I don't know where you gonna go. I want to interview him now.
Hey yo, hey yo.
I'm gonna say I like that shirt, but it got two things I don't like on it: America and my ex.
Oh, boy. That's it.
Nah, that shit go hard though. Drok is in the fucking building. Blaze is in the fucking building. That hat go hard. I saw it on Instagram. It says make racists catch the fade again. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe.
Oh yeah, Bump J1, the new project, Channel 1, you get what I'm saying? Those are the vibes. There's a lot of good records on there. I'm on Mailbox Money with this guy and this guy. Yeah,
I just wanted to catch this. You got it?
Oh, I was going to screenshot whatever on the video, but that's
My mom.
Everybody needs hurting.
Hey yo!
They are young, but they got like old man knees. They like, yep, I'm about to get up. I'm not sitting there no more.
Oh, niggas got cake.
Yeah, I got cake. I saw that.
Whoa, nigga.
That's a dope bag. We gonna start from I know better, and then we gonna go down.
Hey yo!
Pause.
This guy, man.
I won't let him in cause I know better. Lucifer been working but he won't get us. Times was getting hard so we pray. I was walking around with the same low sweater.
Hey, that's a metaphor for life. You understand how we was raised. My niggas playing ball down the street type of days. I told them I was coming, put a Scully on the fade. Full of optimism as I'm walking through the haze. Had to take the shortcuts by myself through the grave.
That was just I Know Better and featuring who?
Okay, I was writing a song about my own toxic traits. Like, instead of believing in a person, like, I build up, like, I'm already ready for them to do me wrong. That's toxic as hell. Like, you already setting them up instead of giving them a chance. So that was just, like, me admitting that I'm giving in to my demons, knowing I know better for me. And Ferris just closed it out. Memphis, Tennessee, stand up.
First of all, you, like, got on a real, like, you know, hard to tackle kind of subject. You said mothers is losing their sons and daughters to sex predators and punks with guns. There's a lot of pain behind those kind of things that happen all over the world and whatnot. And I love the fact that you didn't just disacknowledge that. You actually took the time to just, you know, even if it's just like, it doesn't have to be a whole song, but just like to say, like, you know, that these kind of things are happening in the world. It makes it harder to believe, you know what I'm saying? It makes you want to just rise up and overcome those kind of things and change those things about the world. And we're not going to be able to change those things about the world until we...
Expose him! Expose him!
Segway King!
No, I can't link with you, I'm too busy, gotta go. Why the fuck they hating on it, kid, nobody knows. Everybody love you when you reach all your goals. All you fake niggas get exposed. Was laying in the cut to get my mind right. Said I come back when the time's right. Niggas throw shots and they act like they really outside, but the shit is all lies and it be a lot of cap and they rhymes right. Boy, you was a fraud, we know who you are. Ain't fucking with your energy, we ain't tight. And you way too close, nigga, red light, red light. Niggas switch sides and they smell on my face, I say that a lie. Ain't got time to be bitching about shit that don't matter, cause I'ma do me if you hear it not. Niggas know that I got it, I know they can't fuck with me. I ain't saying why you come for me. Reg it up, reg it up. All these new faces been giving me paper cuts. Boy, I got my paper up. Just to be honest, I'm out here just chasing bucks. Can't be linking with these bitches, I've been moving bitches in the Stuart Rose. Way too busy for the pillow talking, I've been moonwalking to my goals. Yeah, word, yeah.
Hold the fuck on. Good lord.
Good God Almighty.
We gotta talk about.
Yeah, we do, but
Some things broke my heart, but they fixed my vision.
But that's bars though. Y'all laughing, but that's real shit. Alright.
Who said that?
I said that. Word.
That makes sense. That's why I thought it was.
Alright.
No cap.
Y'all all funny as hell though. I'm gonna let y'all know.
I personally don't even know what to say because like an accidental like 2 seconds of the next song played and I've been like hyped for it ever since. I ain't gonna hold you. Now that's only because Exposed, wait, let me just say this. Exposed was the first single off of this album and I heard it so many times. I've danced to it so many times when nobody was around because I don't like dancing in front of people. You know, let's just get into the next year. Wait, I just noticed that it says featuring SOLIS. My bad. I'm just saying, I ain't read that before. And I'm mad excited about that, too. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, bro. Hold on. I just have a feeling because the last time that J.1.DA and SOLIS got on the track together, word, like y'all went crazy. So now I'm even.
Which song y'all talking about? Y'all talking about Kaiju? You talking about Kaiju?
Oh shit, and Free. I was talking about Kaiju, but Free too. Nah, no cap. Nah, no cap. Wait, hold on, because no cap. I actually was listening to TC5 the other day in preparation for this album. And I actually had to.
You can't take out that.
I had to run back Free like 2 times before I could move on to the next track. So that song is definitely not slept on or anything. But what I've seen you perform so much with SOLIS is Kaiju, so that's the first thing that I think of. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, bump this shit. Yo.
But
he bodied this shit.
It's not even.
His verse is my.
But I know how you get when you get on a track with him. I love SOLIS, but I'm not worried about him right now. I'm thinking J.1.DA know that he was gonna get SOLIS on this track. You know what I'm saying? So how hard to get the J.1.DA go? Because every time y'all get on the track, SOLIS usually be like one of my favorites and shit. And then like you get on the track and I'm just like, yo, J.1.DA is like that shit like switches it. In New Jersey, bro, it's like my 1 and 2 is SOLIS and J.1.DA. And it flips back and forth. Sorry, please. I love you though. Hold on. Damn, bro. I see mad rappers and artists and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. But nah, it flips back and forth spots 1 and 2 between you and SOLIS. and every time y'all come out with a track, it's hard to decide who got who on it. You know, so I'm excited for this. Sorry for prolonging the intro of it, but I wanted another reason to bring in that beat again.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah. Alright. I got it. Look. It's way too many things on my mental. Had to share my thoughts on this issue. People say I'm good, but I need more work, bitch. I got way more than potential. Niggas know the kid influential. I promise these shots won't miss you. Pussy rappers bleed every month with my pen to the pad, nigga, period, minstrel. Your boy, everybody scream when that nigga J hit the scene. Everybody bleed when they in the face of the king. When I take off, get love overseas. Looking for the gold, but it's me, nigga. Hold up, wait, all that, hey, in your veins, it won't phase. You need change, all that, hey, in your veins, it won't
I got a lot of things on my mental. The paper only thing I could vent to. I'm starting to believe I ain't a Gentile. I might be from the tribe of the Ephraim. Somewhere my mind is in Israel. You ain't ready for that convo now, is you? I'm a savage, you're thin, and to think number one with the pen, you're a number two pencil. Everything is permanent when I'm jotting. Who claiming to be the killer nigga, let me spot him. The villain is gonna be feeling it the minute I'm in. I'm in the rhythm is riddling out who popped in. You popped out and squeezed, I popped out and leave. Matrix the bully, you shout out for me. Shout out to me, snot out, I sneeze. God bless your soul, your body's now debris.
What the fuck?
Wavy.
Bro, like,
Bro, that. Yeah, that.
Like, yo, that was some of both of y'all's best verses.
I heard that verse and I'm like, why is she snapping? And then I heard and I was like,
dang. All right, so I gotta ask this. This is a rapper question. This is a rapper question. When you sent SOLIS that track, was your verse already on it?
Yeah.
Bro.
So I wanted to create a track where I was being hella narcissistic and toxic on a song, and somebody responded to me like, yo, like checking me like on some shit, like, and I would rather it be one of my homies. You feel me? So he was the response. That's why it's like, hold up, wait, all that hate in your veins, it won't phase them. You need change, all that hate in your veins, it won't phase them.
A lot of your tracks, you talk about hate. It's a common word and a common theme in your albums over time. But I've never heard you talk about hate being within yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that you weren't humble enough to talk about that before, but it's to say that it shows growth in who you are and realizing the things that you don't even like about other people are sometimes even in yourself, and you have to grow from that. And I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that, because this is the J.1.DA album that I wanted so far. I think there's only like 5 tracks left, but this is the J.1.DA album that I wanted, where you had a lot of moments in your life that just gave you a moment where you had to like self-reflect. Like last album to me felt like the healing album, and the album before that felt like the pain album. But this album feels like the growth album.
Right.
You see how everybody's standing in the grass though, right?
Yeah. Also, by the way, I also realized this is for people that watch my channel on the regular. When I said that there was a SOLIS verse that I had heard that inspired me to write the verse that I wrote on YouTube Cypher 3, it was actually that verse. J.1.DA was sharing that snippet in his story, I recall now. And it's just, it feels so weird, because when I heard that verse, I'm just like, I need to get on that level. And then when I heard J.1.DA's verse before that verse that I recognized in the long run, it made me feel like there's just like 2 people that I have to like consistently have to keep up with, and it's just fucking exhausting to be y'all friends. I just want to let you know that, all right? As a rapper, this shit is exhausting.
All right. One shot, I'ma hit your head and I bet they all drop. Wanna see me fall, but a nigga won't stop. Yeah. All these fake rappers like fish, they all flop, all flop, all flop, all flop. One shot.
That shit was so hard, bruh, that like a light just came out of nowhere. Like, that's how crazy it was. Yes, that's how I'm gonna edit it. The thing that sticks out to me in that song the most is the sample. Because it sounds like, you know that moment when like you falling down the stairs and you grab the rail but you keep falling? You know what I'm saying? And you can't. No, I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm fucking with you. And a more serious note, that song is actually like really fucking hard, and it's got one of my favorite hooks on the album, like probably top 3. Ironically, this song is named "I Am the Light." So you know we had to bring out the light for "I Am the Light."
Well, my life is important to me. Other people's life important. My life is only important if me can help plenty people.
I feel like I'm way ahead of my time. I think I should kill him softly. A lot of y'all miseducated, and it's important to have a peace of mind, cause that's what Ms. Hill taught me. Found a chick that's good for me mentally, true story. If you don't take some time for you, then you can never heal. Like the guys in Midwest, you niggas know the drill. I'm the new addition to the game. game, word to Johnny Gill.
Memories make me get no sleep last night. Them never give no blind, so them never get no try. Me always lend a split, but you never get no light. So me bunny hypocrite and me bunny bad mind. Memories.
First of all, for two reasons, as a Jamaican, I gotta thank you. That song just felt like just so classic. Gave me vibes, Gartel type vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not only that, you mentioned like to me the dopest Jamaican artist that's out right now, Coffee. You said, "Shorty keep me up in the rapture, don't need coffee." Now a lot of people know Coffee for her song Toast, but if you actually dig into her catalog, to me that's actually my favorite song by her, Rapture. I appreciate you as a Jamaican for, you know, talking about that culture and whatnot, but I also know that you Trinidadian. Shout out to all of the islands and whatnot, because I know you Trinidadian. And Blaze is Haitian, right? No, I'm fucking with you. You told me. Wait, why is that a bad thing? I love my fucking Haitians. Come on, bro.
I love my girls, bro.
Yeah, but nah, he's Guyanese. But shout out to all of the islands for real. Like, they don't really get into that reggae side of everything. So thank you for that. Is there anything that you would like to say about that song?
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. I wrote that, the first verse, I wrote it to Go Roses, the instrumental by Rick Ross and Drake. I wrote that shit to that beat, and I spit that shit on IG. But nobody noticed that shit. I had that verse, I did that shit, but that verse, when I spit that verse, I was like, yo, I'm gonna use this shit. I don't give a fuck if somebody said they heard it or not. This shit is fucking hard. And then the second verse, I spit that shit on IG too. I spit that shit the Cold Summer, when he did the Cold Summer Challenge. If you go on my shit, I archived all my shit. I'm keeping it all the way real with you. Like, I archived all my shit. I even had another verse written already, but that one's dope.
Around that time period, I know when you dropped the Cold Summer freestyle and what is it called, Gold Roses. I didn't remember the verses because at that time you was kind of going crazy on my timeline. Like, you post mad freestyles like back to back to back, just body and shit. And you know, for somebody who be trying his best in the rap scene, that shit was depressing me. So I'm like, this nigga just won't fucking let up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason I don't remember it. I couldn't watch it over and over again. It was you know, torment. Bro, come on, it's not funny if you don't laugh on camera. Damn, you gotta be all cool smoking your weed and shit. All right, let's get into the next track.
They can't hold me.
This is the track you was telling me about earlier, right? The one where you said you body everybody else on the track, right? Nah. Nah, I'm fucking with you. That's an inside joke.
That's how
both people who's on the track is here.
I'm on my back, that's cause I'm from Jersey. And I'm with a birdie, that shit purdy, that shit curvy. In my own race, y'all just jockeys at the derby, yeah. They gon' say my name when I'm popping out. Tryna steal my game, that's without a doubt. Say my name cause they can't touch my body. Yeah. Talking all that talk, dog, cause you ain't really got it.
They yelling my name when I'm popping out. I touchdown in DC, went off like a cannon. You niggas can't tame me, I'm wildin' out. They plot on the kick cause they know that I got it. And we the only ones that can lead, but they kinda sound hated. Though you love it, we ain't coming for the run around. Niggas ain't believe us when we told them we was coming out. Kill the whole game, now they quiet, they don't make a sound, lay them out. Rapping seeing in your face that you wish you were just as lit. Wish you was this lit. None of these amateurs got enough stamina. I work my way in from driving that Maxima. Now it's a coupe with the leather, no clouds in my weather. I swear that it only gets better. I got my niggas here, bet my bottom dollar they won't disappear. Ain't no losers round me, only winners here. They can't fit my shoes, they need a different pair. Nigga, this a year I prove my haters wrong. Thinking that I'm stupid, I'll just play along. I was extra litty when I made this song. Got one life to live and I'ma take it on. What you waiting on?
My knees on fire.
First of all, what you just saw in that clip was everybody who was on the song except me vibing out to that shit. Blaze, my nigga, I know what I said earlier, but you still like one of my favorite artists in New Jersey too. There's so many of y'all niggas, but like, you kill it every time, bro.
I appreciate you.
J.1.DA, of course your verse is fire. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I gotta say about that much. But I think one of my favorite things about your albums is that you have some of the best organization. I personally feel like you have more organization in your records than when it comes than myself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you always pick the best beats. You know where everything is supposed to go. Like, you're a producer in that kind of way. Even if you don't make beats, like, you're good at production in that kind of way. Drok, you are one of the best with the hooks, to the point where it's like, I know you got fucking bars, you know what I'm saying? But like, I gotta get a hook from you at some point. At some point, I'm looking for the perfect beat, like Africa Bambaataa, but I gotta get a hook from you. Huh?
Don't forget about Kinfolk. Me and Drok was on a song before this song. You feel me? We did a little half hook. Come on, man. Wait, and don't forget about all my life I had to grind.
We'll talk about that another time, but I don't think I'm never going to do another hook like that again, and I gave it to Blaze. Damn. But nah, honestly, it's just mad love in the building. As they said, you know, team on my back, that's because I'm from Jersey. And Jersey's where?
Coming by with a nigga from the East Coast. Ride with a nigga from the East Coast. Nothing but real niggas on the East Coast. Nothing but real women on the East Coast. Coming by with a nigga from the East Coast. Ride with a nigga from the East Coast. Nothing but real niggas on the East Coast. Nothing but real women on the East Coast. They hate it, you know how it goes. They hate it, you know how it goes. They hate it, you know how it goes. Shit won't stop, no, no. Out this bitch like I'm Donald Glover. It get hot when I spit now. It feel like some of me and G in the lab working to the sun up. We was blessed with a gift. You can take it from his body, you and your mans. If you try to run up, get you carried away. You won't see it coming. And this shit's so 09, I won't stop for nothing. Got involved with a nigga from the East Coast.
East Coast to the East Coast, cause shit won't stop, no, no. Ain't no place like home. Shooting for the sky, I be thinking like drone. Part of my star, but I'm in the garden like gnomes. Darling, I'm starting to leave them parted like cones. Shoot at the target like James Harden, my clone. No martial artist, but like I'm charging my phone. Prepare yourself for that battery. Can't attack the East unless you have an academy full of randoms. These rappers who got them a fantasy. If I'm catching me, I'm a lad, can run tracks. And I know you're not passing me. Killing a nigga that think he fast me, cause nobody trashing me. Well, actually, it had to be Maliki Omidine.
I ain't got no comment either. That shit was over. For sure. No comment.
Yo.
Straight up.
Trey, you gotta come over here and say something.
What?
I don't know. You gotta say something. I don't know.
TrendSettaTre, make beats, I mix songs. And I guess he just wanted
He
to
said
say
he
that.
make the best beats and he makes the best songs. I mean, he's the best at mixing songs. He's the fucking GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the illest in Jersey. I know he humble and shit, but I'm gonna speak up for him and let the world know TrendSettaTre. As a producer and an engineer, you're one of the dopest
anybody
in New
listen
Jersey.
to TC5, he made the beat for Prove It with me and Blaze.
Which is a banger.
Which is a banger. This is TrendSettaTre right here.
Yeah, you know
If you listen to Inside Out, he got some joints on there too. And he got a verse.
Mix the whole thing.
You got a
verse.
Yeah. Frosted Flakes, check it out.
Damn. Damn, I stand corrected. I say corrected.
The neighbors are riding by saying, oh, I heard him and he got some tunes. You know how people talk. I think that he's really going to make it. I hope you have a YouTube video. That's what the man down the street said.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, yeah, I try to, like, you know, not be biased and take myself out of the equation when it comes to this song and still think about it. And when you sent me this song, I was so overwhelmed with joy knowing that you wanted me to be on it because you've made so many great songs, but I feel like it's top 5 of all of your songs. And you know how many songs you got. And I love it. And I'm just, like, so damn happy and grateful to be part of that song. And I just, like, I didn't want to let you down when it came to that verse at all. I was just like, nah, it took me a while. You remember? I know it took me a minute, though. Usually, it took longer than it did for No Smoke. This is one of my favorite J.1.DA songs. I don't want to fuck it up. I almost asked you, like, not to put me on the song. So far, it's in between the track with Blaze and Drok, the track with Solis, the third track, and How It Goes. Those are my favorite tracks off this album. And I don't know if it's exactly like over it, but this is on par with your last album. I'm not disappointed. This shit is amazing, and I gotta sit with it to know if it's like better than everything else.
Said I ain't hot, I'm like what? Ain't nobody out like us. When I act up, I'm like cut. If you want smoke with the kid, I'ma move like lame. Everybody get rushed. God is my soul, so I know that I got it now. I'm good cause the family's so proud now. They never gon' break me, won't bow down. I'm like king, that's the way that I move around.
Watch me glow. Yeah, they gon' watch me glow. Remember days when they ain't pop out for my shows. Now I get paid just to show. Bitch, I got this on my own. Got some bread, now they claiming that he go. When I was broke, I was a low. Keep that energy you had when I was broke. Shit it on me, always knew I was the GOAT. I'm transcending. Fuck you niggas sleeping, swear I'm blessed how I've been living.
Was sick of waiting, needed patience, couldn't fake it.
I really feel like this album is really sequenced, you know what I'm saying? And that's because what you said in the last verse of that song, Was it on the last verse? I'm listening to it for the first time, so forgive me. But not just transcending, but you know, talking about, you know, what briefly happened with you and whatnot, and how you know, lost your girl, you had to change, and said something similar to like you're staying away from your toxic ways. And that shows reflection and growth and whatnot, and that you're trying to be better. And as I said, this album feels like the growth album, so it feels like that's the biggest theme of it. And I know you said you're flipping through channels of your life, but like it feels like you're flipping more through like shows on one channel. Like it's all consistent in theme. This is the most consistent album that you have, and I'm not talking about in greatness of the songs, but in the way that each song flows into each other. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody right now, if you got a chance to pull out your phone and you got my Instagram, go and look at the album cover. It was the last thing I posted. I want you to zoom in to the album cover, and there's a dark speck. It's like a dark speck. Everything is bright around it, but there's this one, it looks like two eyes and a nose. If you see it, just look at it. Before you zoom in, look at the actual picture and tell me if you see it. You see it? That's my toxic traits. That's the devil. But he's sitting in the background, and everything is so bright around it. It's so many, these vibrant colors and everything, but it's that dark speck in the background. Anybody ever noticed that when I first dropped it?
And did you do it on purpose in your backyard so everybody will be standing in the grass saying that all of your supporters are goats?
Yeah.
Like the cover art?
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. I like how you do me that alley-oop too.
Okay, so also one last thing I want to say about that song before we get into the last track is that another person that I'm gonna need a hook from is BLUSAI. I'm his engineer for the most part, and I've been in the studio with him a lot, so I've seen his process and stuff, and he's been really, really, really dope for a minute. And I would, if I could gift anything to him, it would be to just give him his own studio, because I feel like once that dude really locks in and gets into his own artistry, he's going to be unstoppable. He comes at music from such a different angle than everybody else that I just know I feel like his potential is through the roof. And he once again killed another chorus for you. He also did one on TC5 also, right? Yeah. So shout out to for Sober. Yes, another one of my favorite songs by him and you. So we're going on to the last song, which I'm not going to cap. I heard this song before because he released it before the project, and this is actually I think my favorite J.1.DA song out of all of the songs he ever did. It's between this and Who Are You? Real day ones know that one. And Down Like No.
Nah, chill.
I ain't say the whole thing. I ain't say
That's
it. Hey.
You wanna do that?
I stopped. Nah. Chill. You play too much, bro. I heard Jay a thought.
Wait.
Wait, what? I just fucking repeat what you just said.
Hey, we gotta laugh before we get serious because this song is super serious.
You can't do shit like that.
Alright, no more of that.
Not in the beginning of this song, bro. Come on.
Alright. Serious face. Let's take a second to pause the video for like 5 seconds and get serious. We're gonna get right back to it.
I pray a lot, there's no way that I could ever stop. You hate a lot, mistakes I know, I made a lot. These words I jot to make it out. This homie said it ain't about rap no more, unfortunately. You ain't gotta be nice to pop, unfortunately. Don't need to have knowledge and no pop, unfortunately. Don't need to know what it means to be black, unfortunately. With that said, I gotta stand for the people. We shouldn't be killing each other, you are my equal. The hatred in your veins is poison, that shit is lethal. And it can eat you, alive and you die, but we need you.
I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history. How are we going to get rid of racism? Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man. And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. What an amazing, powerful album. I know through the camera you can't really see all the people that's here, but can everybody make some noise for J.1.DA? That was a really amazing, reflective album. I feel like I need to listen to it a lot more.
What was you doing?
Huh?
I was
Get out there. Back up from the window. Back up from the window.
I was recording you guys on my iPad.
Really?
Oh.
I love you.
That's the most famous featured act on J.1.DA's album, Munam.
Exactly.
And he J.1.DA also talked about that earlier, saying that he gave her a percentage and some ownership in that song. So, you know, he's definitely about not only supporting the youth, but to me, a business, a patent, an LLC is like the best gift that you can give your loved ones, because it's something that's forever growing. It's like planting a tree specifically for them. So definitely kudos to you for that. Clap it up. One thing that I want to touch on is that Morgan Freeman skit at the end of it. I'm just playing devil's advocate here, right? That's a very powerful statement to say that you would like to do away with Black History Month, because, not specifically you, but Morgan Freeman said this, and I want to ask you about it being on your album. Morgan Freeman said that he wants to do away with Black History Month because Black history is American history, which I 100% agree with, right? The more controversial thing would be further at the end. He said, the other guy, Mike Wallace, had said, how do you think we get rid of racism? And he said, stop talking about it. And do you personally, like, I wanted to know if your ideals in line with that. Do you think that not talking about race is going to get rid of racism?
No, I don't. But I put it there on purpose so it can start a conversation.
Exactly.
Nah, drop the mic. Drop it.
Yeah. Drop that mic, bro.
And there you have it, J.1.DA, Channel 1.
Out everywhere right now.
Yeah, out at every single store that you can possibly find it. Is it on Bandcamp too? Is it on Bandcamp too? Okay, also on Bandcamp, iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal, everywhere, literally.
Everywhere.
Just look it up on Google.
We just shot a video for WIP, WIP, featuring Munam. Shout out Blaze the Rebel and Keys. Film shooters. You feel me? Nah, them claps ain't loud enough, though.
Hey, you.
I didn't feel the energy from that. Nah, for real, because he gonna bring it to life and you gonna love it more.
By the way, this is the most famous mom in America.
You guys
sit right there if you wish. Oh, you okay?
Almost
Good
died on
God.
camera. See,
I would have felt like it's my fault because I told you to come up here. All right. What were you saying?
No, I just said that channel. I just believe after listening to the project. First of all, I always pick a favorite off of every one of his projects. I couldn't pick a favorite. I did have one song that I didn't favor as much, but for the most part, the entire project was phenomenal to me. I don't have an iPhone, so it was making it hard for me to download it. So I had to figure out different apps to try to download it. But I thought this was the best gift he gave to himself for his 25th birthday. And I know, I look back at my memories, and he dropped the project on his 21st birthday. He dropped the project on his, actually he was at the Barclays for his 21st birthday. Then he dropped the project on his 18th birthday. I think he dropped the project last year. And the other dates are always something significant. But for this to be Channel 1 and what it entails, the content, I think this was the perfect project to drop on his 25th birthday, because I think the project just showed a lot of growth and maturity for J.1.DA.
And you said over there that it's the best gift to himself.
It definitely was the best gift to give to himself. Just with the content itself, it was just it was a phenomenal birthday gift. So and I'm very proud of you. I'm always proud of you. And I probably, everybody try to say I'm the biggest fan. No, I am truly J.1.DA's biggest fan.
That was Miss Ta-Tanisha, aka Mama Wonder. This was just J.1.DA, Channel 1, first reaction. SAMAD Savage signing out. Skoodwidit!
Remember when we made the plug? It was me, you, Leah Janae.
Yes.
Right. That was in the beginning. Like when we were first coming up. For real,
Oh, I thought you were saying like you sampled it in the beginning of the album, and I'm just like, how do I listen?
No. I'm just reminiscing on something because it's like it's crazy. Like a lot of people don't really know that.
We came a long way.
Like our mixtape days was different. That was the foundation.
For anybody who knows Leah Janae, one of the I'm gonna go ahead and say that probably the dopest R&B artist in New Jersey right now. One of the dopest in the world. And we got a song with her called Plug that released a while ago, but how about we re-release it for the EP? If she down, that might go crazy, you know what I'm saying? Also, there's gonna be a collaboration project between me and him. You can expect it sometime over the summer, you know, God willing, inshallah, for my Muslims out there.